Hello, everybody. It's time for a tarot reading. I hope you guys are doing well. Knight of Wands. I wonder if this is a specific person for you. I'm not sure yet. Three of Swords in reverse. The Hermit. Okay, it is a person. You had a relationship. It was very passionate, fiery. I'm wondering if this person was a fire sign, but definitely there was a lot of energy involved, maybe a lot of chemistry, and that's why this relationship meant so much to you. Maybe that was the first time that you had those kinds of like really, really powerful feelings for somebody. And then it ended. Three of Swords. And now you're dealing with the aftermath, the Hermit card. Now, normally the Three of Swords, if it were upright, I would say yes, you suffered, and you suffered a lot, like I said, because this was like an intense relationship with this person. But it's in reverse, which makes me think that you haven't fully processed what happened to you. I mean, normally when I see the Hermit card, it means that you are kind of making a commitment to healing, commitment to like, I'm getting this image of like a lizard that had a limb cut off. I'm so sorry for anybody who's so squeamish, but like, you know how like lizards regenerate, right? I think they can even regenerate their livers and stuff. Well, then again, so do humans to a limited extent. But anyway, limbs we cannot regenerate as humans. Lizards can. So I'm getting this image of like a lizard that got like a limb cut off and you're regrowing it. So as you're regrowing it, you are in hermit mode, right? Like you're not rejuvenating, regenerating. Why am I thinking rejuvenating? Are you like doing makeover? Like you're trying to look like that's a lot of people do that after a breakup. I wonder if you're doing that. Like I know it's stereotypical, but like you know how women cut off their hair and color it and things like that? I wonder if you went through that phase. But in any case, a hermit, being in a hermit mode after the end of such a significant relationship would normally be a good thing, right? Because you're giving yourself time to grieve, time to focus on yourself. But the fact that the Three of Swords is in reverse makes me think that it's not happening exactly like that. Like even if you are alone and maybe you're going through these steps, like I said, like the makeover, doing self-care, you haven't yet fully processed what went on with this person. Like you're still attached, you're still stuck. That is a lot of cards. Nine of Wands. Yes, this is still a heavy like energy for you. Like you have not moved on for sure. These are a lot of cards, but I think they're your cards. So here we go. Queen of Wands in reverse. Lots of wands here. All right. The Queen of Wands, if it were upright, it's talking about somebody who's very confident, who knows who they are. And so this makes me feel like the end of this relationship really tore down your confidence to the point where, like, let's say even your attractiveness, your idea of attractiveness, like you thought you were, let's say you thought you were like an 8 or a 9, and now you're like, I think I'm a 3. You're like, yeah, so much of your self-worth was tied to this man. Although it could very much be a woman. I don't know your genders, right? But a lot of your self-worth was tied to this relationship because I feel like it was such a quote unquote perfect relationship. You were the power couple, you were the perfect couple, you were the Instagram couple, you know what I mean? Like, Instagram, Pinterest couple, whatever. You looked ideal, and the passion was there, the chemistry, everything. And then it ended, and you're like, what am I? I thought I was that attractive, perfect person, and apparently I'm not. Knight of Swords in reverse. I feel like you tried to move on with other people and didn't work. It's like you tried to find, you dated, which totally makes sense, right? You dated, but it didn't work out. And that just kind of made you feel even worse about yourself. Nine of Swords, Princess of Swords. Whew. All right. Nine of Swords in reverse. I'm sorry, this is probably driving you crazy. I keep moving and moving the cards. Like, I'm not used to drawing this many cards for a reading. This seems like new to me, so I'm not sure where to place my cards. That's what's happening here. So, definitely, this is the Nine of Swords. It's you curled up into a ball. And this is connected to this card. The Princess of Swords or the Page of Swords, it's talking about somebody with like rapid thoughts, lots and lots of thoughts. And in your case, the thoughts are all swords pointed at you. It's again like taking a hit on your self-confidence. Like, maybe that was just one guy that liked me, and nobody is ever gonna like me again. If this person said hurtful words to you, you're like, I guess what they said is true, and I guess I am broken now or damaged, and no one's ever gonna love me. That was just a fluke, a lucky thing, and it's never gonna happen again. There is so much stuff with me, so much stuff wrong with me. There is a reason this person left me. It made total sense that they left me. You know what I mean? Like this wasn't just a heartbreak for you. This was like was a very destabilizing event because you really internalized this failure. To you, it really feels like a personal failure. Because for some people, they can experience a heartbreak and kind of see it as, well, I am no longer seeing this person, but I am still me. They kind of see it as something external to themselves, whereas you really internalized it. You're right, there is something wrong with me. The relationship ended because of me. Stuff is wrong with me. And now I understand why the Hermit card isn't registering as something good, because you being in isolation just means that you are spending all this time alone instead of healing and, reflecting on what you want to happen to the future or whatever. You're just using it to like feed off the negativity, all these negative thoughts, and like going through them, ruminating, thinking about these thoughts over and over and over. It's like the sword stabbing your heart multiple times. Like, they didn't just stab your heart once. It's like constant stabbing. That's what I feel like. You're reliving the pain over and over as you're alone. I feel like I'm supposed to draw more cards. I know that's a lot of cards, but like, we're gonna draw more cards. Daughter of Wands. All the wands are here. I think the infinity symbol here is very important. Yeah, it's the repetition. The repetition. of these thoughts. And I know this isn't the usual reading for the Daughter of Wands, but to me it feels like you kind of got demoted. Like, instead of being this confident Queen of Wands energy, it's like you went back to this immature Daughter of Wands energy. It's like being a child again, like regressing. Oh. Okay, we're gonna do Oracle deck. Oops, sorry. I was gonna pick this card, I don't know, but there's like the top card wants to be. Oh, okay. The top card wanted to be seen. Alright, balance, spirituality, and practicality. Now, I do feel like you are trying to tap into your spirituality in order to heal yourself. Right? So I drew this card for myself a little bit earlier. And it had that kind of meaning for me as well. And I feel like I'm supposed to share that with you. Like, don't think of your spirituality and your practical life, your real life, right? Don't think about spirituality or spiritual world and physical world as being two separate realms when they're actually connected. If you want to think about them as like, I've heard the term layer cake, but yeah, they are one on top of the other, right? Or for me, I feel like the better word is like interlaced. So what does that mean? Like, if you are going into spirituality to help you heal, I think that's the word, to help you heal from this loss, from this heartbreak, from this fall into depression and a feeling of worthlessness. Don't forget to apply the lessons that you learn. I'm getting this feeling of somebody who reads self-help books. You know how some people have shelves full of self-help books, and yet they still keep buying them? So what does that mean? The truth is, you don't need 20 different self-help books, right? If you pick one and you really stick with it and you apply it in real life, your life will improve to the point that maybe you don't need so many self-help books. You know what I mean? The fact that you have so many on your shelf means that you didn't fully apply what you learned, because if you did, you wouldn't think your life is that much of a mess that you need all those self-help books. Does that make sense? Like, whatever you feel you are being guided to do because of your spirituality, you have to believe in that, and you have to live it. If in spirituality you are told that you matter, that you have value, then don't go end your meditation session, or don't put that book down and then beat yourself up in your head again. You know? Stop those thoughts. And when I say stop those thoughts, I'm not saying like let the thoughts disappear. We know that's not how it is, but I mean, confront the thoughts. If the thoughts are saying you're so worthless, there's nothing lovable about you, nobody will ever love you, you can talk to the thoughts, which I know might sound really weird, but you can say, logically, right? People were attracted to me before this person, and I'm still attractive, so it's highly unlikely that no one will ever be attracted to me again. Like, it's just not logical. Also, you keep saying I'm worthless, but I know, based on all the stuff that I read and my personal beliefs, that I have worth. Maybe I don't feel it right now, but I know I have worth. You can disagree with the voice in your head. You can. The voice in your head isn't always right. Again, like some people might talk about it being demons or whatever. I'm not saying those things don't exist, right? But I do believe that your experience of reality depends very much on you. If you want to spend your time, your life force believing in entities like that, then I think you will have more experiences with them. You know what I mean? So I don't personally engage with that sort of thing. I believe stuff happens within me most of the time. And by that, I mean me with God inside me, because God is inside all of us, right? It's not like I'm special. Ooh, I have God inside me. Oh, God's inside all of us. Okay? So, um, if you have that voice in your head, regardless of where you think the voice is coming from, because people will have, like I said, different interpretations of that. You could disagree with it. You can. If it's the voice that keeps telling you you're so ugly, you can disagree with it and say, somebody at work told me I was really pretty today. So, yeah, not everybody shares your beauty standards. You can say that. Okay? You can. Or like you can say, logically speaking, I know that my facial features aren't horrible. Like maybe they're not like model level, and maybe they're not like beauty pageant level, but they're pretty damn good. And I'm fine with that. You can disagree with it. It's okay. And if you're worried, you're like, but I thought the voice in my head is like, my angels or my spirit guides and stuff like that. I think as you progress, you'll be able to tell the difference. Right? But for sure, if you believe in angels and spirit guides and things like that, they're not going to be talking shit about you in your head. They're not going to be telling you you're fat and that you're unlovable. They won't. You know what I mean? Once you're able to heal yourself from this heartbreak, you'll see the difference. I think you'll be able to discern like where the thoughts are coming from or where the ideas are coming from. Right? It's just this is really at the forefront of your mind right now. Like this voice is very, very loud, and that's why you can't pay attention to the other quieter, calmer, more loving and positive messages that are also within you. Okay, let's get one more Oracle deck card. By the way, I feel like saying that, maybe you're beating yourself up over the head because you're like, why am I still not over this person? It's been 2 years. It's been 3 years. Other people move on just like that. Like, I have a friend that broke up with this guy, and then like 9 months later, and she's already getting married to another guy. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I stuck? It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. It's not. And maybe, as I sense from this reading, you are a very emotional person. And I feel like people have made you feel bad for that. Made you feel weak. You're like, why are you so sensitive? That's who you are. And that's okay. And that's wonderful when you think about it, because when you love, you truly, truly love. And you really wanted to love this person. You loved them as much as you could, but there was something, maybe there was something wrong, but like maybe this person wasn't ready to have a relationship. Maybe this person at the time that you were together was not a good fit for you. Maybe they weren't kind or they had some values that weren't in alignment with yours. That's okay, right? Because for some people, and this is a weird thing, and I got reminded of this week, some people date people just for the heck of it. Like they play with like dating apps like it's a mobile phone game, right? Like I do Sudoku and they do Tinder. They're just like swipe, 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 swipe. And then, okay, fine, I guess I'll go out with you. I have nothing better to do that day. Next thing you know, they're dating someone, but there's actually no connection. You know what I mean? They're like, well, great, free sex. Sorry to say that, but it's true. You know it. Yeah, there's no connection. And at the same time, there are people who kind of take that further and get married with no connection. They're like, well, I guess that's okay. I guess she's okay. I mean, it was time for me to get married, so eh. Whereas I think with you, you really want to have a connection with somebody. And so, of course, because you felt deeply about this, it's like the wound is deeper, and so it takes longer to heal. Whereas for other people, they seem to have moved on just like that, like snap of the fingers, because sometimes their relationships don't really mean anything. They're the most superficial relationships ever. You know? And not everybody can handle a deep connection with people. Some people choose to have superficial relationships because that's all they can handle. Everyone is different. You know? Don't feel bad, even if this has lasted much, much longer than you thought it would or should be or whatever. This is your journey. It doesn't have to match anybody else's. It's okay. All right. Diligence. Just keep doing the work. Just keep doing the work. So whatever it is that you're trying to do spiritually, because I do feel that you're using spirituality to help you heal, just keep doing it. And like I said here before, whatever it is you're learning in spirituality as you're meditating or reading or whatever it is, apply it to your real life. They're not theoretical stuff. They're stuff that you're supposed to fully embrace. Like I said, if you're learning spirituality that everybody has value, that includes you. And so you should treat yourself every day as if you have value, because you do. That's not like a nice idea to have. That's real, and you should embrace it as real, and you should live it as real. Okay, you're in hermit mode right now. Take advantage of it. Okay, do the work. Do the work. You're not quite there yet, right, with the healing, but this card is saying just keep doing it, keep going at it. You'll eventually get there. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the time when the load isn't so heavy for you and that you're able to let it go and then fully move on. When you move on from being a daughter of wands and back to the queen of wands that you are, back to your full confidence, back to your full fire, full power, full grace. Okay, I want to thank you once again for watching this reading. I want to thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a great day, a blessed day. Thank you.